Okay, so this story today, you're going to tell me about UFOs.
Okay, well, first I'd like you to know that, number one, I didn't believe in UFOs at all. I was the ultimate non-believer. And the first experience I had, which I didn't recognize as a UFO, between being in the Army Air Force and the U.S. Air Force, I had a spell where I went on a tanker and coming, I was on watch, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was on the bow, and we were running into a hurricane off of Cape Hatteras. Of course, we didn't know. We didn't have all the electronic devices in. And the mate started yelling at me to get up on the deck, up on the bridge. I got up on the bridge, and then a light came up out of the ocean. And I got disciplined for not reporting it, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And I yelled back at him, how the hell can I report something when I can't even see? And I said, well, get in the wheelhouse here, and I could see better there. And there was a light that came out of the ocean. And the next morning, the captain said to me, oh, that was a blimp checking on us. Well, I'm from New Jersey, where blimps are either put in storage or in big buildings. They don't hang around for hurricanes, because a hurricane would tear them apart. I didn't realize that was a UFO. Years later, I was transferred and reactivated a base in Mountain Home, Idaho. It was nothing but snakes and tumbleweeds and whatever there. And we're there, 120 of us, and 60 were off each night. And the minute we ate, the 60 would go to town, and the other 60 would, have to stay at the base. Well, I'm laying in my cot, and my cot mate next to me was a Mormon, and we used to joke around a lot. And I was the only one in the barracks. I couldn't understand why. I was reading Age of Reason by Tom Paine, and this friend of mine came up to the door and yelled, "Whoa, there's a flying saucer out here over the runway." So I, of course, thought he was just pulling my leg. And I said, okay, I'll be right there. And of course, I didn't do anything. I continued reading. But a good 10 minutes went by, and came back. If you don't believe me, listen. And I listened, and we had a C-45 that was only there so the pilots could get their 20% extra pay for flying. And I heard them trying to start it up, and it wasn't that good a shape, that plane. And I thought, well, somebody must be up. And he came back, and they said, believe me, there's a UFO, we called them flying saucers then, hovering over the base here. I put on my fatigue and ran out to the base, and all 60 of us were there watching this thing hovering right over us at 500 feet. It was about 20 feet in diameter. The C-45 taxied to the other end of the runway and cut their engines off. It was a twin-engine plane. And another good 5-10 minutes went by, and he took off, and it looked like he was going to fly right into this flying saucer. But he came under it, and then came around, and then it looked like he was really going to go into it. At which time that flying saucer, this is no swamp gas, no anything. This is more or less a desert. In a matter of seconds, the perimeter of the, I'll call it UFO, changed colors from like deep red to purple to white, whatever, 3 different colors. And in a matter of seconds, it was a speck in the sky out of our universe. I said, wow. Our commanding officer contacted every base, including the Pentagon, because the Sparks, the guy who was a radio operator, also slept in the same barracks as me. And all responses came back negative. Nobody knew what it was. It was not one of our Air Force. It had nothing to do with our Air Force. If it had, this is back in 1951. If that had been our weapon or our UFO, we'd control everybody right now. Now that made me a believer, okay? Then I got transferred to Holloman Air Force Base. Well, back in 1947, a balloon went down at Roswell, New Mexico, and it was not a balloon. It was a UFO, because every balloon, there were 3 balloon squadrons. One was Mobile, the other was, and that was the Army, then there was a Navy, Skyhook, and then there was Air Force, which I ended up in, and that was Moby Dick. We launched balloons and were hitting Europe in 4 days with these balloons, and I am not privy to tell what we were doing, but it was not very nice. And every balloon, these balloons were like 100 feet to 200 feet in diameter, and we'd float them in the jet stream at 80 to 100,000 feet, and it was a fun thing doing it when I was doing it, until I found out what we really were doing. Then I got out. But I know one thing for sure. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Coming back to present day.
I'm across the street, Jim. Hello. What's that? I'm being interviewed. Come on across the street. Right across the street. Okay, whatever. I'll be here or there, whatever. Take care.
Okay, why don't we end this video and then we'll start the next one. We'll start with the balloons, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is UFOs part 2.
Okay, getting back to the balloons, every balloon had a big tag on it that explained what someone who should find the balloon, what they should do with it. Contact, they had a phone number there, and contact the Air Force or whoever, and not to touch the package. Okay, these packages sometimes weighed up to a ton, huge packages. We call them packages, but I realized I was in something that I wouldn't want to be in when I went to get one of these packages, and 2 Marines guarded this old tumble-down shack, which it appeared to be. That's a Holloman Air Force Base. That's a White Sands Proving Grounds in New Mexico. And these 2 Marines each had machine guns, handheld, and they raised their machine gun line. Now, I'm the sergeant in charge of the launch, and they're raising their machine guns at me. So I said, "Uh-oh, this is not good." They wouldn't let me go inside the shack, so they went and got the package for me. So I said to the MIT scientist who's in charge, I said, "This is not good. I don't like what we're doing." I figured it out without them telling me. It was top secret. And at which time, when I figured out what we were doing, I got out of the Air Force. However, I then went to an old black college, I told you about. But this is about UFOs, so...
Yeah, let's get back to the balloon. So a balloon went down in New Mexico.
In Holland, at Roswell.
Yeah, Roswell.
Only it wasn't a balloon.
Right.
And
you knew that because?
Because the balloon would have a tag on it, tell people what to do.
There we go.
There was nothing on that balloon, on that debris.
Now wait, let me ask you something. Were you there in Roswell?
I've been there, but no, I wasn't there.
Okay, you weren't there, but you've read the accounts and there was no tag.
I went down there to check it out. Yeah.
Okay. So they say a balloon went down, but you knew it wasn't.
In 47 that was. Okay.
1947?
That the UFO crashed there.
Okay.
And they attributed it to balloons. But we would take a balloon to town and show the people and say, "Oh, this is what it was." We knew we were lying.
Yeah.
We knew it wasn't a balloon.
Okay.
The balloon would have been very, very clear, the package, what to do, and somebody would have called and said, "This is a balloon." The debris did not look at all like anything that we ever launched.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, then I ended up...
So wait, is that the end of the balloon story?
Well, basically, yeah.
Okay, so let's end it there, and we'll have another video, another story, okay?
Okay.